And here we are back again, your online coaching station for passing your state board exam, Barber, Cosmetology, Aesthetics, or Nail Technology. I want to talk to you today about getting ready for the test. You know, we talk to students every day, and I have students tell me some variation of this. I studied so hard. I studied so much. I studied so long. I felt really confident going into the test, and I failed. I know the pain. Trust me, I fail tests in my life. I do, okay? Here's the thing you need to understand, okay? The state exam, I don't care what state you're in, has hundreds of maybe someplace between 700 and 1,000 questions in their test bank. It's a lot like lottery, right? They're going to push a button and your questions are going to pop out. And if you take the test a second time, it'll be different questions, and a third time, different questions. Many students call us and say, I failed my test by a point. I went back and I failed by 5 points. I went back and I failed by 11 points. So far to date, there was a young man who failed his test 17 times. That is the record I'm aware of. Maybe more, some people, okay? What I do know is, and this is not me saying this is national statistics, you can easily find these numbers, is the pass rate for barbers across the country is only 35%. That means out of every 10 barber students that take the test, only 3 or 4 pass. For cosmetologists, not a whole lot better at 50%. Nail technicians, you're at 60%. Estheticians, you're at about 75%. What that means is if you're a barber, 7 out of 10 students will fail. If you're a cosmetologist, 5 out of 10 will fail. Even if you're an esthetician, 3 out of 10 will fail. Those are not good numbers. Those numbers just do not, well, they shouldn't instill confidence in you. Now, I'm not here to say whose fault this is. It's your school, your teacher, your fault. I don't know whose fault it is, okay? There's plenty of blame to go around. The point is, blaming is a waste of time. You want to pass your test. Passing your test is not that complicated if you know what to study. And this is where we come in. Go to our website, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. At the top of the page, cleverly disguised, it says free practice tests. Click on that. There's a drop-down screen. Barber, Cosmetology, Aesthetics, Nail Technology. Take the test. There's 25 questions. Now it's set up in this way to mimic the actual state board exam. There's about 100 questions in each of those different subjects. The computer will scramble and give you 25. You take your test. When you answer the last question, it'll give you your score, 75, whatever score you get, okay? If you go to your email, it shows you the exact questions you missed and the ones you got right. So it gives you your score instantly, but going to your email, you can review it more slowly, see, okay, I'm really good at, for example, I don't know, hair cutting, but I'm really bad at chemical services, which generally speaking is what fails most people, especially barbers, because barbers are just notoriously unprepared for chemical services. Hair color, lightener, permanent wave, chemical relaxer, things along those natures. Cosmetologist, a little bit more prepared, but not as much as you might think. Cosmetologists also get stuck all the time on nails because, let's be honest, you went to cosmetology school to do hair and not nails. Our test will mimic the state board exam. They'll give you the right breakdowns. These are real questions. They're not like the questions. They're not similar to the questions. They are the questions. Take them over and over and over again until you're getting a perfect score every time. Now, eventually, you'll see the same questions coming around. Same thing on the state board exam. If you take it, one young man, 17 times. After a while, yes, he did see the same questions coming around and around. You don't want to take your test 17 times. You don't even want to take it once if you tell the truth. I didn't even take it once. But one and done, okay? Or at least the next time you're done. Go to our website. We sell the questions. They're not like the questions. They're not similar to the questions. They are the questions. It's a simple book. It looks like this. Okay? It's a spiral-bound book. It takes 3 or 4 days in the mail. It gives you the question, the 4 possible answer choices, then it gives you the correct answer. And for those of you who are really diehards, it gives you the page in the textbooks behind me, Barber, Cosmetology, the old books, the new books, the actual page in the textbook where you can go and read more about it. And I strongly suggest you do that. Now, finally, we offer private training. It's a very simple course. It's 7 classes. Each class is 1 hour in length. We are open 7 days a week, so we can accommodate your schedule. Our earliest class is at 7 o'clock in the morning. Our latest is at 7 o'clock in the evening. It's pretty easy to find a class. Now, you can do it in 7 days if you want. You can stretch it over 7 weeks if you wanted to. I realistically think it's best over a couple of weeks, like, for example, maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But it's really up to you. We're here 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. The course is you and the instructor. They're live classes. Nothing is taped, so it's interactive. If you have questions, you ask. The instructor is very knowledgeable. We have several instructors here: Barber, Cosmetology, Aesthetics, Nail Technology. The course is $199. Now, some simple math, and I will tell you honestly, I'm terrible at math. Okay? I use my phone. Okay? Some simple math tells you $199 divided by 7 is $28 and change. Now, let's face it, here in California, McDonald's employees are getting $20 an hour. Now, when you think about all the other benefits you actually get, unemployment, Social Security, workman's compensation, the average McDonald's employee is now getting $24 an hour. So for $4 more than you pay the person in McDonald's, we will give you a private instructor, very well versed in the states you're in. They will walk you through slowly every chapter in your textbook. If you don't have your textbook because your school used SEMA, they'll walk you through SEMA. They will show you page by page. Here is the question. Here is how they will ask the question. There's virtually no way you can possibly fail the test if you walk into it knowing every question. If you bought a lottery ticket knowing every number, you couldn't lose in the lottery. This is the proverbial win-win situation. So if you want to get involved in this, give us a call, 760-534-4434, 7 days a week. You can't order this on our website for a simple reason. You need to speak to someone here in our offices who can actually make a schedule with you. When are you available? When is a teacher available for you? That requires a little discussion between you and the telephone person. So give us a call, 760-534-4434. If you feel you don't need that intensity, you just want the questions and answers to study for yourself, you can do that online, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com, or give us a call. We'll place the order for you. Hope to hear from you very soon.